dear comic book people of the world, it is Wednesday, that means it's comic book day, and I haven't done a comic book load in a long ass time. Let me show you what I got this week. First up is Contagion, issue number 1. In the Marvel Universe, apparently there's this new virus that's going to be going around and exposed to several superheroes that are going to be infected by it. It appears that Danny Rand, also known as Iron Fist, is going to be playing a big role in this story, being that the whole virus originated back on Kunlun. You gotta feel bad for the Fantastic Four. They just returned back and have been reunited, and they're the first ones on the chopping block with this disease. Young Justice issue number 9. Despite what this cover may be showing, this is a very Teen Lantern-centric issue where we find out her origin. It is a bit sadder than I was expecting, but it is also very cool to see how she got her Green Lantern abilities. The Young Justice gang is in the multiverse, and unfortunately they're now on a planet where they have to fight evil versions of themselves. Next issue looks to be a pretty darn epic one as we get to see a final showdown between the two teams. Transformers Ghostbusters issue number 5. This is the final issue for this miniseries. Cybertron unfortunately was destroyed by Gozer the Destructor with most of the Decepticons on it. The Autobots escaped and they came to Earth where they're somewhat assimilating in, but they're also meeting up with the Ghostbusters because some of the ghosts of Cybertron have followed them there. And despite Optimus trying to make some sort of amend with Megatron and giving them solid bodies again, obviously Megatron is being all Megatron and not accepting it. So we get a big battle between the two of them before Megatron realizes, hey, he's a ghost and he can inhabit other Transformers bodies. The story is somewhat tied up neatly. However, the character of Ectotron was introduced and it looks as though he may be making future appearances in the Ghostbusters comic book, which I'm happy about. You know, Ectotron, he's actually the Transformer version of the Ecto-1. Pretty cool. Batman issue number 80, City of Bane. Batman is trying to take Gotham City back from Bane, which we know is going to happen because we've already seen the solicits for future comic books to come out, and it looks as though this is all kind of wrapped up by the end of this year, 2019. But I suppose the progress and the adventure to get to that point is what we're really looking at. And even though Bane looks like the big bad, it really seems as though Batman is going to be facing off against his own father, Thomas Wayne, so that may be the big epic conclusion to this series. Finally, I read House of X issue number 6. This is the conclusion to this miniseries, opening up the new era for the X-Men in the Marvel Universe. The story itself doesn't really have any adventure or fighting taking place. It's much more just to show the status quo of the mutants and those in charge. We find out there are several different members that are part of the council to decide the fate of humanity and mutants. Although there is one person that is mysteriously missing from the council, and the reader is not quite aware who this person is. I'm sure that's going to come into play later. But for the most part, the mutants all do seem to be working together. Whether or not there's something else going on, or whether or not Moira McTaggart has some hand in the direction they're all going in, or whether or not this is really Charles Xavier or something else, that has not been explained yet. I will say though that I am loving this story. I mean, this is really bringing me back in with the whole Marvel mutants and everything that's going on with them. The Powers of X come out next week, and I'm curious to see if there's going to be any more explanation as to what's happening in this universe, or whether or not it's just going to open the way for all of these new other comic books coming out that are starring different mutant teams. But that's it. That's my comic load for this week. What did you guys read? Leave comments down below and let me know. With that, thank you guys for joining me in this video. Be sure to check out my Patreon site, check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, and I'll see you later. I want to point out that I have both the Ectotron Transformer for the Ecto-1, and I have the recolored version of Optimus Prime and the whole Ghostbusters theme. The whole thing is, though, I don't want to open them because the packaging is so beautiful. I mean, look at the back here for Optimus Prime. This looks like a proton pack. It even has the straps on them and everything, so you can put them on like a proton pack. And it's like I can't bring myself to open it up.